Episode 6 of Family by Choice starts with Seo Hyun returning to meet Youngjae. She pays him for raising Haejun. Youngjae is shocked and asks her to meet Haejun, as he has been waiting for the last 10 years. Seo Hyun tells Youngjae that she is not going to give Haejun false hope as she cannot take him with her and asks to keep their meeting a secret. Youngjae refuses to take the money and hands back the envelope, taking back only the money he lent her. Seo Hyun wonders what Youngjae has done and gives the envelope to him before leaving. Haejun notices someone who looks like his mother leaving in the taxi. Haejun doesn't make much of it as they go to the rooftop to see that Sanha has fallen asleep while drying his clothes. Sanha gets a call from Yoonhee who tells her that Sohee is missing. Sanha, Juwon, and Haejun go looking for Sohee, who has stolen her mother's purse, to take a cab to see Sanha. Sohee ends up at a restaurant in the neighboring village. The restaurant owner calls the cops and Daewook goes there to pick up the lost kid. Sanha calls Daewook to inform him and realizes that the girl is Younghee's daughter. He takes Sohee to the noodle shop where Sanha scolds her for leaving home without informing her mother. Yoonhee shows and scolds Sohee, blaming Sanha for what Sohee has done. Daewook stands up for Sanha, but Yoonhee claims that they are family, no matter what. Yoonhee tells Sanha that he should beg for her forgiveness and adds that she is the bigger person by bringing Sohee to him. Sanha lashes out at Yoonhee and asks her to stop trying to mend their broken relationship. Haejun and Yoonhee fight until Sanha has a panic attack as he recalls the night of his sister's death. He walks back home in silence and goes to bed without having dinner. That night, Haejun and Juwon discuss the incident. Haejun tells Juwon that he finally understands what Sanha meant when he used the term toxic family. Over the next week, Haejun and Juwon take turns leaving breakfast on Sanha's seat while he continues to skip his meals. A few days later, Haejun meets Sanha at the bus stop as they walk home. He tells Sanha that skipping meals is not the right thing for them to do just because they have problems with their parents. Haejun tells Sanha that he has no mother or father, while Sanha can at least talk to Daewook about his issues. Haejun tells Sanha that it is okay to be embarrassed while not skipping meals. The next day, Dal joins Juwon as she drops Sanha's breakfast to his classroom. She tells Juwon that she wants Sanha's help to calm her mother down. Sanha gets back to class and smiles seeing the note Juwon has left for him. He collects it and places the note with the others she wrote for him over the weeks. That night, Sanha goes back home late as it starts raining. Juwon tries to call him but goes out to look for him when he doesn't answer his phone. Sanha somehow makes it back in the rain but is too tired and sick. Juwon finds Sanha and hands him the umbrella, asking him to come home for dinner. Sanha tells her that leaving him alone would be ideal because he's dealing with his issues. Juwon ignores the comment and asks him to join them at dinner. At the table, Haejun tells Sanha that Juwon spent an hour in the rain, looking for him. Sanha takes the first bite of his meal and breaks down. That night, the three kids are on the rooftop when Sanha mentions that he misses his late sister. The others also bond, revealing who they miss too. Sanha passes out due to a fever and the two kids take him to bed. The family takes turns all night as they check up on Sanha. The next morning, Sanha wakes up feeling better. Daewook takes Sanha out to visit Sojong's tombstone and the two discuss how Younghee's words may have affected Sanha over the years. Daewook tells Sanha that Sojong died because Yoonhee and he were bad parent and not because of Sanha. Sanha is reassured and tells his father that he will visit Sojong's tombstone more often in the future. Everything goes back to normal and the kids get ready for school. Ihyun sends a photo of his newborn daughter to Haejun, asking him to visit soon. On the way to school, Juwon tells the boys that Dal's mother has invited them to an expensive meal. Sanha tells Juwon that everything in the world is transactional, adding that Dal's mother probably wants something back. Haejun agrees to join in for the meal, but Juwon tells Sanha that Dal wants a favor. The trio make it to lunch with Dal and her mother, but things are awkward when Mrs. Park puts her daughter down in front of her friends. Juwon feels awkward as Mrs. Park continues to call Dal dumb for not knowing how to order a meal. She asked Sanha to help Dal with math, and he tries to tell Mrs. Park how Dal would get much better with more practice. Dal meets her mother in private and requests she stop insulting her as she breaks down into tears. Ju-won notices Dal's tears and gets upset for her friend. After the meal, the kids go to the beach. Hae-jun points out Dal has a mean mother, but Sanha tries to stop him from hurting Dal. Ju-won and Hae-jun play with the water while Sanha and Dal sit by the shore. The former hands over his notes to Dal, telling him she is very instinctive and will become a great lawyer. Sanha tells Dal that she should think of her mother as a human too, which makes her feel better. Hae-jun tells Ju-won that Dal possibly has feelings for Sanha, which upsets her. Hae-jun gets a call from Lee-hyun and leaves to go see his niece. Dal also leaves for her academy, leaving Sanha and Ju-won to walk back home. At the hospital, the nurse accidentally reveals Seo-hyun is there to meet Lee-hyun. Hae-jun is shocked to learn that his mother has returned and chosen not to meet him. That night, Young-jae tells Dae-wook about the envelope of cash and wonders how to break the news to Hae-jun. Hae-jun notices the envelope and breaks down. He's upset that he can't pay Young-jae back on his own now that Seo-hyun has paid him. Later, Jun-won is walking on the ledge as Sanha holds her hand. She tells Sanha that Hae-jun was dense to not realize Dal likes him. Sanha tells Ju-won that she is dense too. The episode ends with Ju-won falling on Sanha after slipping on the ledge. As much as I hate Seo-hyun for abandoning Hae-jun, she is not as terrible a character as Young-hee. Not only does Young-hee blame Sanha for the death of her daughter, who she is responsible for, but she is also trying to remind Sanha of a trauma that he has been trying to overcome for a long time. As bad as I feel for Hae-jun, we can see that Dal, who comes from a seemingly normal family, is also dealing with a toxic parent. It would be fun to see Hae-jun dating Dal because given his outspokenness, he will surely make Mrs. Park see how she is being toxic to Dal. I love how Ju-won stood up for Sanha in the last episode, and it is clear how that made Sanha realize his true feelings for her. Seeing how this episode ends, I am eager to see what happens between the two in the episodes to come.